Oh, it's cold. First time I've been out this year.
Winter riding, cold weather riding. Don't you just love it? Getting out there in the cold, freezing, getting all those layers on, wrapping up. Great, yeah? Fun, yeah? No, for me, I loathe cold weather riding. I would much rather be somewhere nice, sunny, warm, having just a pair of bibs on, a base layer and a jersey on. And just feeling the nice, warm summer breeze as I cruise on down the road. But I don't live in a place where it's like that all the year. In fact, at the moment, pretty much not like that at all at any point of the year. It seems we've been stuck in winter or just miserable weather for, well, I'm just fed up with it. We might get a couple of weeks of sunshine at some point and then it'll be back to it. So I have had to go out because someone decided to sign up to the Mallorca 312. I don't know if I've mentioned I'm riding Mallorca 312 before, but I am. That's coming up at the end of this month, April. So I have had to get outside, brave the weather, get the layers on, and just get on with it. And I wanted to go through today and just have a little look at the layers I have been wearing. I'll be fair, it has been pretty good actually. Once I've got out there, got pedaling, it's been alright, it's been bearable. So I can't complain too much. And we'll look at how I'm keeping myself warm-ish. And also at the end, I'll just go over a few upgrades that, having now braved it, experienced it, maybe for the next season, again, which will probably be in a couple of weeks after we've had our very brief short summer, I think I'm going to go for and just upgrade my little winter weather, cold weather cycling gear. Okay, let's go. Okay, a few basics to get us going. I've got a pair of bibs, normal short leg bibs, just a standard pair. I did try the long leg bibs, I don't know why, I just never really got on with them. They just look a bit weird, but maybe next time. Pair of normal bibs and also a long sleeve base layer. This is a Rafa merino wool base layer, so I'm gonna go with that as my bases. Let's go. Alright, got my bibs on, got my base layer on. Now, one thing I do put on before I put my base layer on are these. Under my base layer, I put some arm warmers on. I once read in a magazine, in an article, that if you keep your arms warm when you're out in the cold, it helps. What did it say it helps? It has something to do with the temperature of your blood. Maybe just kind of keeps the blood a little bit warmer as it flows through your arms, and then that helps with keeping your temperature up a little bit. I have no idea whether that is actually scientifically accurate or not, but I read it somewhere, and then ever since that I have put on a pair of arm warmers, and these are actually winter arm warmers. They're a little bit furry inside, so I'm going to go and put these on under my base layer. Okay, arm warmers on. Under my base layer, next options are a nice pair of winter socks. Let's go. Winter socks on. Boom. Alright, next one is a little base layer for the legs. Keep the legs warm. Originally, I did say base layer. I started off with these knee warmers that were over some tights, and they were pretty rubbish actually. I found that they started off as knee warmers, and then as I gradually went on, they basically slipped down and became shin warmers. So I binned those off, and instead I went for a pair of full-length leg warmers, which I stick on underneath my tights. So full-length leg warmers. Okay, nice. Leg warmers are good. Now over the top of that, I will put on a pair of tights. These are, I guess, winter thermal tights. They're quite thick, they've got a little bit of a fur lining. They are Endura ones that I had, and the issue I have with any Endura product is that the logos they use, after a short while, they just tend to peel, look really trash. I'm not too fussed about them as I'm going out in the winter, but here, I'm not convinced by Endura. Bibs up. Tuck in. Pull the tights up. Okay, we're good. Bottom half pretty much done. Top half, base layer on. Next up, I have Rafa long sleeve winter jersey. I wouldn't have thought you'd make a short sleeve winter jersey. Guess it is. Winter jersey. Boom, boom, boom. I've got kind of 3 layers now on my arms, my arm warmers, my long sleeve base layer, and my winter jersey. Next up, a little neck warmer. Call it a neck warmer or a snood? I don't know, but we'll have that on. One thing to remember, put this on first before lip balm. I do like the lip balm. You've got to remember not to pull this up too high over your mouth. Otherwise, it gets all a bit sticky and a bit hairy on your lips. There we go, that'll do. Keep them a little neck warm, nice. Then I have a lovely matching insulated winter gilet. Starting to rack up the layers on the top now. Now this is kind of where I'm at, and to this point, if I'm just out, if it's cold, and for me, cold is, you know, anything above 0 degrees Celsius. I will now go out in the cold, but if it's icy, if there is a hard frost out and about, or if it's kind of really chucking it down with rain, probably not going to go out. But if it's just cold, you're good to go in this. If there is any chance of rain, I may well also take a little rain jacket just to go over the top and add a little bit more warmth just in case I need it. But typically, this is good to go. A few more bits to go, and then we're ready. Shoes, I just tend to use my standard winter, summer, anytime cycling shoes with an addition. Booties. Get my little booties on. I don't know why, I had a little bit of an aversion to putting overshoes on. I remember of a few rides out where I didn't wear these, my feet would be freezing and my toes would be numb. So this time round, I did go back to using my overshoes, and I've got to say, they are well worth it. I have not had cold feet really since I've been wearing these, so let's get these on. Boom. You can see those fellas? Ooh, nice. You can see those, my little winter booties. Okay, almost there. Next up, gotta love my headband. Now, I know some people might wear a skull cap or a hat. I'm okay without that. I like my little fetching headband. Yes, lovely style. But the issue I have with this, I need to keep my ears warm, which is good. But my current go-to sunnies have these round the ear arms, which I find are a bit of a fail when I've covered my ears up. Just they kind of slip down and don't stick in place. So unfortunately, when it's cold and when I've got my beautiful headband on, I've had to forego the Pit Vipers and instead revert back to a pair of old Rafa sunnies with more of the conventional straight arms, and I found these are better at staying in place. Okay, that is it, pretty much done. Last thing to do, gloves on. There we have it, we're done. Top to toe, I am ready. I was about to say for almost anything, but pretty much not almost anything. Cold, yes. Rain, sleet, snow, no. Alright, so that's how I've been wearing this season, and it has kept me pretty warm. Once I get out there, once I get riding, I'm alright. I've never really felt cold. A couple of things that I am thinking of doing for next season, just little upgrades, just little tweaks based on what I've picked up and what I found from this season. So what I'm going to look to do next time is, okay, number one, bibs. I might try a pair of winter bibs. If I do get cold, the one main area that I found myself getting cold is just around this bit here. So my kind of leg warmers end there, base layer comes down to there, got this area slightly here around the, what should we say, bum and crotch area that maybe gets a little bit chilly in certain spaces. So I'm thinking maybe I'll look at some winter bib shorts and see how they stack up. On the lower half as well, next thing I might well upgrade is I don't like these tights. I don't know if it's just the size and they're quite small, but they tend to slip down. I keep having to pull them up all the time when I'm riding, and I don't like the Enduro logo that's peeling off either, so they will go. And I might look at full length bibs, still not convinced, but it will either be that or I'll get a new pair of tights. Top half pretty sorted out, I'm quite happy with that. Maybe, you know, if there's a nice new snazzy colour available, but I'm alright with this. I guess the only thing is, this is kind of my one set of winter gear, so every time I go out I'm always wearing the same stuff, which is alright, except if I've got to do a back-to-back at a weekend, trying to get it washed and dried. If it's a bit smelly, a bit messy, it's a bit of a palaver, so I might get a second set of jersey, maybe a gilet, depending on the colour I go for, but yeah. Apart from that, it's just having duplicates really on the top half. And the last thing I am looking to do for next time, I'm now convinced by and loving the overshoes, but I have this aversion to black shoes. I don't have any black cycling shoes, they're kind of white or pink. I am going to get a colourful pair of nice overshoes. We'll see what colours are out there. Maybe they'll match my jersey, maybe they won't. And the only other thing I would say, these gloves are pretty good. I have not had cold fingers, so maybe I'll stick with them. Maybe I'll treat myself to a new pair, because I must admit I do use the little soft velvety bits to, wipe certain things away. Maybe I'll freshen them up with a new pair next time. Anyway, that's what I'm wearing for my cold weather winter riding. It's been pretty successful. A few little tweaks for next time.
I've got so much clothing on. It's unreal.